everyone, and welcome to Dice and Dynamics. I am the person who usually reads you in Fish, here to present to you Descent into Avernus, Wizards of the Coast edition. A polite reminder that Wizards of the Coast is a terrible company and you shouldn't give them any money.
We can say
Thank
that
you.
because we don't have non-disparagement clauses like Critical Role does. Um, so yes, welcome everyone to Descent into Avernus. It has been some time since we have convened on the story of our heroes, who are currently located in Hell, after having been teleported there by the Wizards of Candlekeep, with the intent to bring those lost with the city of Elturel back to the prime material plane. Um, More recently, the party traversed across what was once the River Shion to the side of Elturel that bears High Hall.
Thank
High
you,
Hall
Toby. I love
being
you
the
guys.
seat
Mwah.
of both government and the sort of chief place of worship, given the sort of religious inclination of El Terrell as a city. There, they found more Hell Riders um, defending the civilians of El Terrell. Likewise, they also found a well-meaning worshiper of Sylvanus, who was able to provide them with a bit of instruction that um, the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate had gone contrary to their advice and had gone forward with a ritual with the powerful artifact known as the Helm of Torm's Sight. Inside of a inside of the Grand Cemetery, in a mausoleum of where Torm worshippers were buried. Upon arriving there, they pretty quickly learned that the ritual itself was having some complications. Those complications being that the helm itself was seeming to speak into voices, the voice of a demon lord and the voice perhaps of uh, Torm himself. Upon being beckoned by what the party believed to be the more benevolent voice, they were pulled into a sort of semi dream, semi memory instance, a labyrinth inside of the relic, or inside of the mind of the Grand Duke. Um, at which point they navigated through this maze, finding um, glowing fragment memories where they witnessed some of the history of Zariel, which was likely the answers that Duke Ravengard was looking for. Upon reaching the center of the maze, they were able to free Duke Ravengard, and back in Hell, the helm that he had been wearing for the purposes of the ritual was able to be removed. It was at that point that a bit of a finger pointing match between the party and Duke Ravengard began, but eventually the party made its way back to High Hall with, my understanding, is to take a long rest. Um, is there anything anybody wants to do before we get into the long rest and then pick up on the other side of it?
Did we decide whether or not we were going to try setting up the thing tonight?
or wait until morning?
I think we were near
with
We're gonna wait
exhaustion.
until morning.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah.
I
and-
think Olin's on exhaustion right now.
Yes.
Yeah, true. So smarty.
And there is also the notion that there are affected citizens of El Toro on the opposite side of the River Shianthar, and the bridge was collapsed as a fact of
One
your
of them, at
crossing.
least.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is
Yeah.
one. There is one other, but you all haven't seen whether or not it is up. It was Torm's blade that collapsed under the weight of a mechanical war machine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything on this side of the long rest?
No. Well,
I don't
not for
think
me.
so.
We did have that chat with Olin though, so that was it.
I think Jeremina takes a long rest only needs to be, I think, for regular humanoids, it's like 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of just like doing
Vibing.
things. I think Jeremina is going to take those 2 hours to write a bunch of letters.
Okay. Easy enough.
Yeah. Marty would take those same 2 hours and help get EV3 up and like back to normal state.
Okay.
And like just immediately collapse a little bit.
Siobhan's gonna be doing cleric activities when she's not sleeping.
Okay. Seltern, the worshiper of Sylvanas that you all spoke to inside the sort of private chapel area, is very happy to have assistance. Okay. And if there is nothing else outside of those 2 hours, Jeremina.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back, Fish. You especially given your resistance to the oppressive heat of Avernus, as it radiates off of the stone walls and the malformed pillars around you, you are able to get to sleep fairly easily. It is without a doubt that you are tired, uh, perhaps bruised, battered, and beaten. But as you drift to sleep, you find yourself in a inky expanse. And inside of that inky expanse, it's clear you're in a dream, and you hear a voice, a familiar voice, a voice that perhaps maybe you heard for the first time just prior to your sleep. You hear the voice of Zariel, and
Oh my god.
you hear the voice providing nurturing words, sort of um, doting words, and eventually, in between one of your blinks, sort of looking around for the source of this voice, a picture snaps in where there once was the inky expanse. And it's not as clear as the images that you saw in the ritual. It's almost like a surrealist painting. There's sort of large swaths of color, but they're moving, and you can almost see the brushstrokes to them. And you see Zariel
Thank you,
looking
Casey, for
in a
the
mirror
subscription.
and
Appreciate
sort of
you, hon.
touching her face, and then turning and uttering those doting words again. And she says, Oh, you're quite hurt. We'll we'll see if we can get that fixed up. And sort of the surrealist swaths of colors shift and change as Zariel turns away from the mirror where she had been inspecting her own face to a small little golden puffball, which, after looking for a bit, you would note is Lulu. And
What the fuck?
and not Lulu in the form that you saw on the walls of the temple underneath the Great Sand Sea, but Lulu as you know her, as Lulu who has been following you through hell, doing her best to keep up the party's spirits. And you see Zariel sort of take a knee before Lulu and will touch and manipulate um, one of Lulu's sort of small, seemingly improportionate wings, and you can kind of see that the wing itself is mangled or twisted in a way that would suggest a break. And she'll Zariel will say, "We'll get you fixed up. Don't you worry." And Lulu will say, "Oh, thank you so much." And it is at that point that Zariel sort of turns, and there's a bit of a moment where it's almost like a fourth wall break, where you are observing this manifestation of this moment, and Zariel looks directly at you. And it is at that moment that you snap awake, and the first thing that you become intimately aware of is that your back, your wings, the
Hmm.
function of them, there it feels as though the bones in them have been broken and shattered and reassembled.
What the fuck?
Um, is the floor mine?
Yes, that concludes my monologue.
Okay. Um, I think Jeremina wakes up and kind of shifts with the start. The thing is, she's an old woman. She's had 2 kids. I think like back breaking, back shattering, like the pain you're describing isn't unfamiliar to her. Um, and but the first thing she says is she says, "I'm so sorry." And then she goes, "Fuck, my back. Oh my God, my back." And I think I think that they're sleeping. Where are they sleeping? In the like pews or something, right?
Yeah. The sort of the more public temple area has the pews have been kind of cleared out or salvaged to make sleeping areas. It's fairly public, though everybody seems to give everybody their own space.
Um, Jeremina kind of turning and twisting, I think she grabs at the uh, fabric, the like kind of corset backing that keeps her wings contained. And I think she'll look around and she'll say, "So guys, so, fuck, fuck, fuck." And she'll turn and she will wake Marty up.
Is everything okay?
Marty, I am in so much pain right now.
Oh,
Do you have anything? Uh, uh,
oh, jeez. Here, let me see what I have. What kind of pain are you feeling?
um, have you ever had your ribs opened?
No, but okay, we have some chest pains, kind of thing, like bone achy
No.
soreness.
No, I mean, I feel like I'm gonna throw up from the pain.
Okay. Here, one second. Marty will go ahead and get up fully. Sort of coughing because she had some dust in her lungs, which is why she sounds like this. And we'll take a look at Jeremina and we'll actually give like equivalent of a medicine check to see, is she okay? What's going on here?
Yeah, sure. If you want to give her like a once over, feel free to make a medicine check.
Coolio. One second. I hit some wrong buttons. Medicine check. Oh. Let's see. That would be with a. Where's my medicine? There it is. That's a 17 plus 5 for a total of 22.
Okay. Jeremina does have a various number of cuts, abrasions, um, all sorts of manner of what you would consider pretty standard adventuring injuries. But you can't see anything wrong outside of that. Um, it uh, without going further, which I would say, medical investigation check type thing, you can't really determine if anything is wrong.
Okay. Marty will just. She'll frown audibly. And say I hate to say this because I know it's really annoying when you hear it. But I can't see anything wrong. Let me 1 second. And
But
she'll reach into her bag and pull out her medicine kit, and we'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds because that's the only thing she can do to basically give her some pain medication and ointments and etc. to apply.
Okay. So, Jeremina, as Marty applies one of her sort of numbing tonics, um, it does seem to have a measurable effect on your discomfort. And then, just as soon as it's sort of a masked tingle, a sort of, you could still feel the uncomfortable sensation just underneath, and then all of a sudden it peters off and you feel fine.
you,
You alright?
yeah, I think so. I mean that happened to me, right? Like you believe me, right, Marty?
Yeah, and yeah, it was just a physical look around. I wouldn't be able to see if anything was happening internally. I don't know why I wouldn't believe you if you said you were in pain.
Oh, I can you can you help me with my back? I
Yeah,
I I just I tied up my rings so that they wouldn't get in the way of the pew, and I think I don't know, I think I did it wrong, but I don't feel
mm,
bad anymore. Just get the back, please.
yeah, of course. Here, and she'll go ahead and move behind Jeremina and start untying her corset.
Okay.
And just like, did you sleep well aside from that, or is there any pain in your neck or anything? And as she continues to unstrap things.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine. I mean, I'm always in pain. This is actually the nicest I've felt. I mean, after that moment,
Yeah,
I'm, you know,
makes sense. Makes sense. All right, that should be loose enough now.
okay. And Jeremina will reach back and sort of just, again with disproportionate uncare. Like, I mean, she's just yanking them. She'll kind of yank her wings out.
Yeah.
And
Has Marty seen Jeremina's wings? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
yes.
No. Yeah, because at the very least at the at the
Every time we've fought, I've had my wings out.
yeah, and also at the spa thing.
Yep. Okay. Sorry,
House.
Fish. Did not mean to interrupt.
Nope. Jeremina just kind of reaches out, pulls out her wings, and I think she shuffles for her. To clarify for the folks at home who care about this, what she is wearing are a pair of stays, because I know the difference between all of them. It's just that her backing is specifically her undergarment is a two-parter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, she kind of rolls it all down, and then I think she'll kind of hunch forward and checking that Marty isn't getting like in the radius or the
Mhm.
AoE, she'll kind of stretch her wings forward, testing the range of motion.
Okay. Couple things happen here. The first thing is, as you unfurl those wings and stretch them outward, Marty, the first thing that you notice is, given that you are a well-learned person, that there is muscular and tendenture on these wings that was not there before. It is very clear. Like you can see additional anatomy that was not there the last time you saw these wings. Likewise, Jeremina, you feel a wider range of motion than you once did. These wings are able to create sort of more dynamic positions than they once were. They no longer feel ornamental or just a extension of yourself. They now feel as though they may be practical in a sense. They feel strong.
What the fuck?
Jeremina folds her wings tight but keeps them upwards, sort of in like a position of a gargoyle, and then she'll flare them out, rotate them forward to umbrella over her head, and she'll turn to Marty with a naked expression of glee.
Marty is looking not gleeful, I don't think. More like what I imagine like Frankenstein would feel upon first seeing his monster of like, oh boy. uh, uh, well, uh, wow.
If it's ugly, say so.
No. I just, I've, your wings, we know what was hurting now.
They feel amazing. Olin, 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 wake up. Olin,
What?
Olin,
What? I'm right here. His
Olin.
eyes aren't open. He's just talking.
You gotta come outside with me and Marty.
For what? I thought we were sleeping. I literally am.
We aren't sleeping anymore.
Why
I'll
can't I
make you some
sleep?
coffee.
Okay.
I brought my percolator along because I'm that kind
Oh,
of vessel.
What?
Olin's
What?
awake. Hey,
What?
Siobhan.
What is it?
Marty's making coffee, but then we all gotta gather outside because I have something to show you.
Owen was
What
back
is
down.
the cleric's name?
Seltern.
The druid's name.
Yes, Seltern.
Hey, Seltern, do you want any coffee?
He'll sort of like think to himself and then just say, "Oh, what the heck?" Sure.
Great. But what's the urgency?
Olin definitely lays back down when Jeremina doesn't give him attention anymore.
Doesn't pay attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Me,
Olin.
it's
Something.
third puberty.
Third puberty? Okay.
Is that a
Yeah, I'm
tiefling
not gonna
thing?
ask.
Is that a tiefling thing?
I don't know.
Sure, why not? Do you know any other tieflings to disagree with you?
No,
Marty
actually.
is just going to very soberly get up and start making that coffee she promised. Like she
Okay.
goes outside and places like the percolator on a rock.
Places the percolator on the rock, and
congratulations.
then like 3 seconds later, it's like,
Oh wow,
I
that's
am
probably the best
assuming,
coffee I've ever
based
had.
on your current expression, that it's a good thing.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
so
well, maybe. Good for me.
worrying, that phrasing.
Anyways,
Yep.
Jeremina will plunge her hand into her bag and pull out a pair of bloomers and put them on because she is like when she sleeps, she is just like in a nightgown. And she'll uh go to Olin again and she'll say, Olin,
Yes, Jeremina.
I might be doing something that's stupid. You need to be there to keep me from killing myself while doing something stupid.
What are you planning to do?
Jump off a roof.
That seems a bit extreme, that does.
Hmm.
Some
No,
stairs.
You realize I can't catch you, right? I can't.
That, well, that's quitters talk. Anyways, Jermina's.
and I'm only able to keep up my own body weight. You hear Lulu.
Oh, Lulu.
Oh, Lulu, I love you.
it's okay. Have more medicine stuff. Just
And
wherever you want.
I am here. I do have the ability to heal you. Or at the
I've
very
got
least
the
make sure you
ability
don't die.
Yeah, I've got the ability to heal myself. I'm confident that I won't die. Anyways, Jermina's going to go outside, give Marty a crisp high five, and anybody else who's outside within high five range. Um,
Some
Oh,
and
random imp.
Owen will
going to
slowly get
start.
up.
She's going to start climbing the building.
Some random imp trying to sell Marty a new coffee grinder.
No, Rhea will come outside, like rubbing her eye. What is going on?
So
Jenna-
she's gonna jump off the roof.
Jeremy's wing,
Why?
like, back was hurting really bad, and then all of a sudden it stopped hurting, and her wings look different.
She called it third tiefling puberty.
I'm going back to bed.
No, no, no. Marty will, like, grab her by, like, the hem of her shirt. It's like,
Okay.
They're forcing me to be up.
mhm.
Be right back.
So you are all outside, Jeremina. You are climbing, scaling a stone structure in and around the area of High Hall, looking upwards at the sickly red and yellow sky that is the area in Avernus. Or sorry, the air in Avernus, not the area. Eventually, you reach the top of said structure.
At the top, I think Jeremina has had this belief that she's had a fear of heights. But I think there's just this. I mean, it's Jeremina. She wants to do this, she's gonna do it. And I think, like, perched up on top, she kind of gains her surroundings. She looks out around the area, not doing reconnaissance, just like sincerely enjoying the moment. And taking time for herself, I think she poses as a gargoyle kind of hanging off the edge of the lip, like, hands down, feet down. And um, I think she really misses having long hair. I don't think she likes the feeling of the wind, the hot wind, like bare against her scalp. But I think she feels like the payoff is worth it, and she's going to remain perched, and she's going to call out, and she's going to say, "Hey, hey, 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 y'all! See me? I'm all the way up here."
Yeah.
What?
I'm all the way up here.
Yeah, Yar.
Jermina's going.
She's been in Avernus like 12 hours. She's going to kill herself. She's gone mad, clearly. We should stop her.
No, no, no. Do a flip!
No, I think hell had hell had different effect on her.
Jeremina is going to wave, stand up, and I think disappear from their view. She's going to give herself a 10 feet head start if she can, and then she's going to run forward, stop because she flared out her wings too early and she was getting a lot of wind drag, back up, go back like I think 15 now, but then she's like 50. I'm not going to be able to. Well, no, I can run 15. She kind of hem and haws, and then she's going to run full tilt, like runner position, and careen off the building and try and do a flip, and then flare her wings out.
All right. Go ahead and make a athletics or nature check. Your choice.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. 1 second. That is going to be a 12 from me, dog.
Oh no.
Okay. So, you jump, careen off the building, and perhaps it's for the best that you, for at least your first couple attempts, weren't necessarily visible to the rest of the party. There was clearly a bit of a learning curve as you attempt to utilize your wings to achieve flight. There are the first few problems where flap, and keep falling, but eventually you flare them outwards, achieving a glide. And then from that glide, able to work the mechanics of the
Say
wings.
mute so you can cough.
To,
Sorry.
Fine.
work the mechanics of the wings to generate lift. And eventually, perhaps the hot wind and hot air doing a little bit of work on your behalf, you are flying.
I want to be so clear. Her first few attempts are visible to the party. She
Okay.
is that kind of woman. Like, I definitely feel like they see Jeremina careen off the building. She doesn't flip so much as like change position midair, and I think she just stops herself from dying. And then she climbs up and just keeps trying. Um,
I love that.
like it's not graceful, it's not beautiful. And the first time she does flight, she's like, "Oh God, God," and then immediately like hits a wall.
Oh, good boy. Marty will pass out coffee to everyone.
Thank you.
Jeremina will come over flying. I think, like kind of sending some dirt into like people's mugs or just like against people from the lift in the air. She's constantly rotating, and she'll say, "Can I get a coffee?"
Yeah, sure, 1 second. And Mari will like pour some into like a thermos and then just like yeet it into the air.
Oh, that's a lot of brimstone. Oh god.
Jeremina will take it. And she'll say, "Hey, y'all see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. It's cool.
Congratulations, Jeremina.
Thank you. This is really tiring, actually." And she'll close her wings and then just like hit the ground, and she'll stagger to her feet and she'll say, "Oh my god. Wait,
Yeah.
Well done, well done.
wait, wait. I can, wait, maybe, wait, maybe. Okay. Do you think it's too soon for me to be carrying people?"
Yes.
Probably.
It's worth a shot.
I think Marty, my yes, man, woman, person,
Woman.
creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, woman. I knew that.
Why don't you
Thank
get
you.
some rest? Because it looks like this gliding kind of took it out of you.
I just look like this
But
without makeup.
it's up to you. If anything, just taking a small nap will probably help.
Probably, I never been a small nap person, but I appreciate the offer, Olin. That is so sweet. In fact, I am hyped up on energy. I feel weird. It doesn't, do you know when you're like in a pool and you're kind of suspended, but you're doing so much work to keep yourself suspended that you don't really even enjoy the fact that you're like floating?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm
No.
swimming.
Usually, I just stand in the part where my feet touch the ground.
Oh, lucky you.
Is there
Yeah,
anything? Is there anything else you need from me, Jeremina?
no, but it is morning.
Owen's gonna finish his small rest, and I gotta be right back.
Okay.
Did we? Oh, Marty, you have to get the.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And we have to figure out how we're going to get back across to let them know that it's set up and get others
Do
go
you,
You could.
over.
do you think Silkes will finally let me hold him now that I can fly?
Oh, when you say it like that, it sounds extremely pitiful. I will admit, Jeremina. But you could try.
What'd you say?
Uh, sorry, 1 second.
Why would you flying
Uh,
change?
uh, what I was saying was, that's a very pitiful way of putting it, Jeremina. But maybe. I don't know
Well,
if
so
that came through clear
why
this
would
time.
you flying change things?
Because to enjoy being in flight, I gotta like carry him. Like bridle carry. I can't do it on my back. I don't know, side saddle, something,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it is pitiful. Thank you for knowing, Marty.
I try.
Hi, Rhea.
See,
Yeah,
Rhea,
how
she
does
left.
Rhea look about all this?
Uh, Rhea is present.
She's got like 1,000 yard stare.
Yep. Yep.
That tracks.
It's-
Do you need some creamer? I got some sugar.
Oh.
Wait, did your creamer survive being in hell? I don't know if I can drink that unless it's powdered.
Yeah, it's powdered. Which is a damn shame, really, because I'm much more of a latte kind of person, anyways. But yeah, it didn't feel like a good idea.
No, The coffee is good. It's just worrisome that people are starting to have effects being
Well,
exposed to the plane.
Well, I think it has something to do with her being a tiefling.
yeah, and her like very well known connection to Zariel, I'm imagining. You did just spend a lot of time in Zariel's mind ish.
Oh, it was Baphomet's mind.
Baphomet, but
Seeing
it was
seeing
all like
Zariel's story.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like if we got inside Zariel's head, it would be a lot of screaming, eyes inverting, blood coming out of ears.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm,
Oh, you know what I
That
mean.
that seems likely.
Anyways, y'all see my wings. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, action pose. Ooh, ooh,
She doing JoJo poses in the middle of the courtyard.
yes.
Of course.
But this is great because, well, I mean, it's another avenue by flying. Do you know, I can skip the bathroom lines.
I don't think that's how that
How?
works.
How?
Well, I would
Are you going
be
to
at,
use the bathroom from the sky? That makes no sense.
no, what I do is there's a really long bathroom line, and I go up and I fly, and I land down at the next person who gets to go to the bathroom, and they go, "Hey, why did you skip us in line?" And I go, "Who are you to fucking talk to me? I've got wings, I can fly." And then someone's gonna be like, "Well, yeah, but I'm an ASMR and I can also fly." And then I go, "Okay, so why didn't you fly and skip up a bunch of people?" And then they'll try and fight me, and then I kill them.
Yeah.
I'm
And then
I'm
they
not
also
gonna
say,
actually do that.
That
I'm
is
not
that
gonna do
is
that.
quite the
yeah.
quite
And
the
then they
sequence of
say, I
events.
did, but it only lasts for 1 minute. And then you say, ha!
Were,
Yeah,
were you
thank you, Marty.
were you profiling Azamar being goody two shoes who would stand in line? That doesn't seem quite right.
Do you know
Jeremy did, I
any?
didn't.
Do you know any ASMR who aren't goody two shoes?
I don't know any Azamar, but I'm
I
just
don't
Okay,
either.
so it sounds like you've got a limited world view, Rhea. I know ASMR. I know one,
Ask
and
our friends.
I did babies. We're not friends. I mean, I babysat for him. You can never be friends with someone you babysat.
Yeah, fair.
What are we talking about?
Well,
You cutting in the line in bathrooms in front of an ASMR.
Oh yeah. Anyways, fun opens so many avenues. This is superb. This is that's pretty good. You know.
It's definitely interesting.
Yep.
all right. And with that, we will call the long rest complete. Everyone has now gained the
yay!
benefits of a long rest.
Is our exhaustion
Yeah.
gone?
What's up?
Is our exhaustion gone?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Also, I don't think
Weirdly
Foundry.
enough, there isn't like a like you need to make a Constitution save to see if you can wipe the exhaustion mechanic or anything for hell. I don't know why, but it's true.
Cool. Don't think too hard about that, Jason.
I will.
Okay, so when and where did you want to start setting up, Marty?
Good question. There's the people over on this side, and then the people over in the Black Antler. I think it would be worth it to try to get through as many people on this side first, like civilians and like people that are in bad shape, and then do the same on the other side, and then get the essential people out next. Like
Mhm.
over in the Black Antler, like have them come over with us, kind of thing. But I
That's
know there were
presuming that
questions raised about whether or not the apparatus will maintain more than one use.
I was going to say, you did say it was quite fragile, and it's also dependent on whether or not we can actually get the people over there over here.
Yeah. I think it would be, I imagine, smarter trying to get people over to there as opposed to us going first. So I guess we could scout out ahead of time, kind of thing, maybe. Uh, yeah. Like, my worry is like with like the earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
Like that could damage the apparatus in a way that I think would cause like more than I could fix it. But I think the way that like if it gets hurt, like harmed during like the use of it, like there's only like a certain amount of ways it can really do that. So it's like that's more repairable to me. So I
Well,
think it's worth trying to do it that way.
I, I feel like as long as we get one portal up and going, that makes it a lot easier. I mean, little Traxagore made this. I'm sure he can make it again.
Oh, it's
And
So, like, once he has...
Explodimus.
Well,
what?
Explodimus?
It was
Hmm?
Explodimus that made this.
Oh, well, if I mean, then yeah, if Explodimus can make this, then Explodimus can make it again. Like, I feel like the hardest part is just getting that door
Open.
open.
Yeah.
And
Well, the thing
also,
is that the door itself is. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, at the very least, what we can do is try to get people out of here, and then I hate to say it, but we're gonna have to focus on the people across the way later.
Yeah, I, I, and we have to make sure, uh, older Ravengard goes, because if he tries to pull some only until the last man is out stuff, we're gonna have problems, namely demon problems and Baldur's Gate.
By the sounds of it, that's already. Oh, true. Yeah, I see what you mean. Uh, yeah. And
So let's focus and talk with Older and get it set up here.
yeah, 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 and like the issue with the door is that it's not like a thing of like it's not a locked door, right? It's a door that's constantly moving. So it's like it's easy to get the door open once you have a door, but you gotta catch the door first. Is the thing, and this is a door locator. So it's kind of equal each time of using it. Is my understanding of it.
So, like, it
Equal in
takes the same
difficulty.
amount of power each time.
To my understanding, maybe it's like I imagine it's able to like use its last known coordinates kind of thing to sort of help triangulate, but we'll see.
So, let's go. We wish to locate Mr. Ravengard.
Oh, I'm gonna get dressed first, but then I'll join you guys.
That's smart. We should actually. I should also get dressed. I am also in my pajamas.
Siobhan's already dressed.
Okay. After donning your equipment or getting dressed in whatever you deem appropriate for the day, um, you all seek out older Ravengard. Um, he's a fairly easy guy to find around High Hall. Um, he busies himself in sort of the upper chambers, those that Siobhan, you, and Rhea would know are generally sort of sanctioned off for upper clergy members and things like that. They seem to be hastily converted into what is effectively like a mayor or manager's office, where older Raven Guard is kind of running High Hall to the best of his ability from. And he's there in full regalia, poring over some documents when you all find him.
Sir?
Oh, uh, it's good to see all of you. Did you sleep well?
Yes.
As well as one can.
Yeah. Well, you know. I,
What about? Come on.
no, I was just gonna say that I usually try to keep the room cool as I sleep. So, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's quite an issue. The cold sleepers have been having an issue since our arrival, and he'll sort of laugh along with that,
Yeah.
seeming to have a good humor about it.
Well, you're clearly a long sleeper.
How how did you sleep, Duke Golder Raven Guard?
Poorly, as I've done just about every night since we've arrived.
That's
So you are a
fantastic.
cold sleeper.
I'm not a cold sleeper, but I am a worried one.
I think he's burdened with the hundreds, if not thousands, of souls that are lost, being lost, or about to be lost.
Yeah.
That he's like directly responsible or feels some responsibility for.
Yeah. I was trying to have a good humor about it.
You think it's funny that hundreds, if not thousands, of people are losing their souls right now, Marty?
Anyways, we came here to discuss.
Siobhan, Rhea looks like very intently at you as that discussion is happening.
Siobhan looks back at Rhea. Just like takes it. We've come to, and in the middle of their conversation, she's like, "We've come to discuss setting up the device in order to get as many people out of here as possible. That was our original intention, coming in here."
I didn't forget.
I didn't forget either. And no, Jeremy, I don't think it's funny. I just think it's better to have a good humor about it.
Very well. I know that we have others on the other side of what was once the Shianthar, but perhaps getting a wizard here would allow us to solve the problem. Perhaps they could, I don't know, cast.
Is that Traxagor guy a wizard?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought
Yeah,
that
just wizard.
we're gonna open the portal, then Traxagor's gonna walk in and go, what's his little raccoon voice? Like, we're gonna fix
A
everything.
raccoon?
No, like, metaphorically.
No, he's literally a raccoon, ain't he?
I think he likes to be a he likes to
No,
be a
he's like
raccoon.
literally a raccoon.
Yeah.
Like
He
with a little
makes himself
hand.
into a raccoon.
Oh
I'm
my god,
sorry.
we're all doomed.
He's the one that got us here, so you're welcome.
What I'm saying is, we open the portal, Traxagor comes in, gets the stragglers, and then we're all fine. All we have to do is get the portal set up, get everybody out of here, out. Traxagor or another wizard steps through, gets the stragglers, we go home, bang, bang, bomb, settled. And if a wizard can't get in, which is fine, we've got contingencies, This device isn't one use. Marty here knows how to work it. All
Yep.
we have to do is I can watch what Marty's doing. I can probably
I
AV-3
can
can
try to
throw
teach other people how to use it.
yeah, and at the worst case, AV-3 can throw Marty across the gap. Marty takes it, brings it to
Oh,
the others,
wait.
and
Mina, you
Hold it
could
a second.
carry it.
what?
Yeah.
You could
Jeremina,
carry it
you have
across the
fucking
way.
wings now.
Yeah, but do we want me to be the one to use it?
No, you would just carry
You
me
just
over with you.
I don't.
wait. Didn't we
Marty,
just say that she shouldn't be carrying people?
yeah,
I said it was
Marty,
fine.
I do love you, and I don't want to impart feelings on you.
This is not
Uh,
generally how my meetings go. Did you need something specifically from me?
No, we really just came here to inform you of our plan. Because it's probably going to go down in about what 30 minutes to an hour,
yeah,
That
and we want you to go through.
that isn't a want. You will be going through.
Understood. He he sort of furrows his brow and says, "Have you been in the private chapels?"
the private
With
chapels?
the old, like the crypts kind of deal?
Yes.
Yes. Or at
No.
least the one that Seltern has been set open.
That's the one itself.
Yes, we have.
Oh,
Would you care to follow me down? I have an important question I ask.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Um, he'll pack up what's on his desk, and it will take a little bit longer than you might expect. He goes through the trouble of like putting things in bags, and it almost seems as though he might be packing to leave. Um, but at the end, he does leave the bags arranged very smartly atop the desk and beckons you all to follow him to the private chapels.
Lovely.
Um, he leads on, and eventually you all arrive there with the array of sort of crypts on the wall. He enters, and um, for those close to you, you can kind of hear him mutter something that you think is kind of religious in nature. Um, and he will walk to the front of the crypt towards the sort of central focus of the crypt itself, will place his hand onto the front of the crypt and mutter an incantation, and there is sort of a magical gleam that happens, and you hear him whisper under his breath and sort of nod, nod, sort of express himself directly by a sort of a frustrated head nod, and then eventually pull his hand away. And he will turn and look at all of you and will say, I will go with the first group back. There are 4 questions remaining if you have any more questions.
what? Who are they? Who's answering?
Um, one of the first High Riders and uh, Paladins to Tor.
Hmm.
and they're bound to this place across the plains. They can answer with current knowledge, not just historic.
Interesting.
Um, I
I will go grab my things and get ready to make the trip and figure
will
out
you
how I'm going to handle this on the prime material.
will
Mhm.
you make sure the others know as well to pack their things and get their
Yes, yes, I will.
Mhm.
okay.
And just so you know, this won't be instantaneous. This is a beacon. Someone will have to find us within that beacon, but it is a step. So, you know, just
So
just so you know.
I have a bit more time than I otherwise thought I did. I'll
Potentially.
keep that under advisement. Uh,
Hmm.
thank you.
Yeah, it's not like an instant teleportation kind of thing. Just so you know.
Understood. Thank you. And he
Mhm.
will depart.
Yes.
Okay, we got 4 questions. I've got what do we want to ask? Well, how do we save their souls? No, that's a little. How do we get
Um,
out of Zariel's bargain?
how how many people are under Zariel's bargain?
Why does that matter?
So we know how many people to save.
Well,
Or
there's
Um,
no well.
Well,
you all would know, as it is in this very room, the tome of the Creed Resolute, the book that people sign that generated this whole problem, is right there. You all
oh,
can
We
tally it.
could count and
Yeah.
tally through that book there, and
mhm.
so then the pertinent question would indeed be, how do we nullify the bargain?
okay,
Yeah.
how do we nullify the bargain? They're high riders. How do we maybe how does Lulu tie into that?
Yeah.
It
What
seems
was
like Lulu's.
Lulu's?
How do we help Lulu finish her job?
Well, I don't. I'm
Oh, we
scared
could
what
ask
that.
if they know what Lulu is, like
Well,
properly.
Lulu's a friend.
She's a celestial that was sent on a mission um to conceivably deliver Zariel's sword. And so I would say, for me at least, that question would be, how do we help Lulu finish her job?
Potentially, yeah. Well,
How
Zariel should have her sword back, or deliver. Who
It
are we
was
delivering
delivering
her sword
from,
to?
deliver it
From.
from
Okay.
Zariel.
Okay. Yeah.
so what if we well I'm trying to
Actually, where is Zariel's sword?
oh that is so smart. Yes. Ooh, brownie points to Siobhan.
Thank
Wait.
you, thank you.
Question: why do we need to know where her sword is?
So we can take it and
Do what we will.
yeah, I
Well,
guess figure
well,
out why
just
Lulu.
well, we could ask why Lulu had to deliver the sword.
What is the
Well,
purpose of Zariel's sword?
oh, that's good. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
What is the purpose of Zariel's sword? How do we nullify the deal? And how do we I want to ask a question for Olin. Olin deserves to have a question. We need to know more about
Jeremina, I think the things that are happening right now are a little bit more important than my memory.
I disagree, humbly.
Yes, but if it's about me, I should have say in if it's actually asked.
Yes, of course, you
So,
should have say.
so then don't do it. Let's use it for
Okay,
something
but
more important.
what if we have a question left over?
Well,
So far, we have 2, which means we have 2 questions that we have to come up with.
And we're struggling with coming up with just 2, so
you've come up with 4. You just keep this. You all decide that it is not as important.
Well, we're
So
trying to figure out how to word things in order to get the answers that we want, is
We
mostly
could
it.
always just save them for follow-up questions. Because we might have them based on the questions we already have.
all right. All right. That sounds good to me. Okay. Siobhan, these are your guys. Do you want to ask the questions?
I'll be right back again.
Sure.
Sorry, guys.
Yep.
So, Siobhan's gonna put her hand on the uh where she saw Older
Mhm.
put his hand.
So, right on the central crypt, at the very front, one of the holiest objects in all of El Terrell. You lay your hand on it, and you sort of almost feel a a inhale, just like internal to you, like sort of like there's sort of a tingle that runs through your body as you do so.
Uh, Hello. One question that we wanted to ask is, how do we nullify Zariel's deal?
Um, you hear a very faint voice reach across and whisper through your mind. And you hear um, you hear the voice say, "You can break the chains that bind El Terrell to Avernus. You can restore Zariel to a celestial, or you can make a deal in exchange for those souls."
Okay,
Hmm. Oh,
so hold on. Break chains. Uh, break the chains that bind Elturel to Avernus. Restore Zariel to a celestial. Or let's make a deal. Make another deal, rather. Second question. What is the purpose of Zariel's sword?
Zariel's sword can cut the chains that bind El Terrell to Avernus.
That's a good one. That's a good answer we got out of that.
Alright.
And I'm trying to think if they would have the context for this. Hold on.
Omnipotent God tries to decide what other gods can tell us.
I know. Yeah, that is all that they would know.
okay. So
Thank
for
you.
how to nullify the deal, it was make Sariel celestial, make a deal that, like, to nullify it, basically. And what was the other stuff?
Uh, well, after Siobhan pulls back after asking those 2 questions, she reiterates. So, for the first one, to nullify Zariel's deal is to break the chains that bind Elturel to Avernus, um, restore Zariel's status as a celestial, or to make another deal.
Oh, do we have to break the chains and make her a celestial, or just one or the
No,
other?
it's one of the 3.
Oh, this is easy. God, I thought we were gonna have to go on like a whole spitting spree just to. This is great. This is This adventuring stuff's easy.
And then for the second question, the purpose of Zariel's sword is that it can cut the chains that bind Elturel to Avernus.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, there we go for something. Do we want to ask if they know where the sword is then?
That would be a good one.
Sure. But then I really am gonna insist on asking about Olin. They're Hell Riders. They know about portals. Maybe they know about that.
Barovia?
Maybe this. What?
If they know about Barovia?
But we already know where I'm
Yeah.
from. The problem I have is I don't have memory. I don't think asking them question will
Right,
get my
right.
memory.
But there's got Olin. If I care about you and if I know you, then there are people. You can't be the only one. Maybe they've been there. And maybe they know you.
I still say let's try use me as the last resort, if possible, because
Also, what
getting
kind
out
of
of here
question
and
would you
getting people safe are the most important thing right now.
what kind of question would you even want to ask for Olin?
Um, well, maybe we could ask how to restore his memory. Um,
Is there something in hell that could maybe do that?
but that's not bad. Cause I mean, this has got to be the if El Terrell is sinking, then that means other artifacts
Oh,
and other things have got to sunk too, right?
into the river Styx. But that actually raises another question that might be more helpful if you are willing to let us use the Olin question of is there a way to help uh slow the sinking of Elturel?
That's not bad. Let's let's put a pin in it. What was the next? Where is the sword? All right,
Yes.
Siobhan, ask.
All right. Each time that she's putting her hand on the central crypt, she's doing so very like reverently and carefully. So she walks up. Third. Where is Zariel's sword?
Um, the response is lost to time.
Hmm.
Siobhan's gonna pull. Siobhan's gonna understand the look that came over um Older's face because the group just kind of sees her frown and she pulls back her hand and just like, well,
But
it's lost to time.
Ah,
bullshit. Nothing's lost to time. Come on.
to the history
Nothing.
books. They just don't know where it is.
But exactly. So what if? Okay, well, someone's gotta. No, this is making me mad. Lost in time. So much fucking. Sorry, I'm trying not to be rude. These are your guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Oh, wait,
Siobhan.
fuck.
Please do
Wait,
not swear in the crypt.
wait. We know someone who knows where it is. Lulu.
Lulu.
How do we restore Lulu's memory?
How is there somewhere in hell that can restore memories? And we get Olin's question.
I like that.
2-for-1
I
deal.
like that. I like that. Yeah, someone who restores memories.
Is
I like
there
that.
some is there any way to restore memories here in hell? Or is there a good maybe not even in hell, is there a place where one can restore memories?
Is there a place relative to us that can restore memories?
Oh, I don't know if place. I don't like place.
Is
I
there
want
is there somewhere, something, or someone that can restore memories relative to us?
that. That sounds good to me.
All right. Once more, thank you for your time. Final question. Is there somewhere, something, or someone relative to us that can restore memory?
Muted.
You hear a voice respond. You may want to seek out the Tower of Eight.
The Tower of Eight.
Uh, she does like at that last question, she does like the little, Catholic going into the pew kneel that you're technically supposed to do, and then pulls back and turns to the group and goes, something about the Tower of Eight.
DM, for
Yes.
question.
Mm-hmm.
Have we seen Olin's image? He drew that out for us, right?
I believe he
it's
did,
in
actually.
campaign stuff. Olin
Um,
did it, but it's kind of a
Jeremina,
shitty version.
Jeremina turns, I mean whips around to Olin, and she goes, "Show me. The little painting you did, the little drawing you did."
Olin will take the crumpled paper and hand it.
She'll snatch it.
Ow,
Ooh.
that was rude.
Oh shit, there's 8 things here.
There's 8 things here. Marty, you're so good at counting. Look at this. There's 8 things, and then there's a tower of 8. Do you know what else has 8?
The Tower of Eight?
A Wealth, because it said that she's got 8 legs and arms. Wealth is behind this. Cause spiders and stuff.
We now need an emote of Jeremina doing the thing that, like, on the wall. Now we need Jeremina to have that.
I've got it. I got both. I've got. There's basis. Tower of 8. I think she'll grab Olin by the shoulders and kind of like shake him furiously and go, "Tower of 8. All right, all we have to do is find the Tower of 8. But we just used up all of our questions. That's fine."
Well, at least we
Good.
know that this means something.
Yes. Yes. The Tower of 8. The Tower of 8. Do you think it's gonna be like a little spiral tower and we gotta fight our way up going through like 8 little dungeon rooms
I
that are
think it might be
designed?
invisible.
That would suck.
What?
I hope not.
Or at least like hard to find. I don't think it's going to be obvious. Maybe it moves, maybe it's invisible.
Could there be people from the Hell Riders who are alive that might know where this is?
We could also ask Older where the Tower of Eight is, or if he knows what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why was
6 afraid of 7?
Yes! Oh my gosh! Owen, you beat
Oh no, that
me!
was Mark. That was Mark.
Oh,
Because
Okay.
straight
Nope,
up.
it's
Because
nope,
the
it's
Tower
Olin now.
889.
Thank you.
wait, okay, so do you guys know why 6 was afraid of 7, 8? Not fuck. Do you guys know why 7? Wait,
Hey, Michael
Why
do you
Scott.
Why
guys
6
afraid
was
of
afraid of
7?
7?
what?
Why
What?
6 was afraid of 7?
Yes.
Why?
'Cause 7,
Yeah.
Jeremina had a literal Michael Scott moment with Updog. I was like,
Okay,
Updog?
I'm
What's
sorry.
Updog? Not much. How are you?
Oh, jeez, that cured me. We're good.
So, where do we want to get set up?
Good question. The beacon, the placement of the beacon. If memory serves, DM, it does not have to be in like an open space necessarily, does it? Or does it have to be an open space?
Um, it, I would say that you would probably know, or it was advised to you that it needs at least a 10 by 10 room.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, not that big of a deal.
Okay. So we can
Should we
find like.
alert Traxagor as well?
Well, this is how we're doing that. We don't really have a way of doing that otherwise. I don't have any sending stones or crystals, or whatever the fuck they're using up there. Uh, so we just need to find a room somewhere in here that uh is stable, like 10 by 10 at the very least, and I think can be well protected. I think would be nice.
The central hall would probably be the best for that.
All right. Let's go with that then.
Okay.
I mean, it's inside both the wall and also inside the building. There's plenty of people around that can protect it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
So yeah.
All right. You guys make your way down to the central hall where you had slept the night before. Older Raven Guard has encouraged individuals to get their belongings and sort of basically form orderly lines. Whether or not this is actually conducive to what Traxagor is going to do, you don't really know, but he seems to be getting people to put what meager belongings they have into bags or tie them up in sort of blanketed knots, and get ready to even potentially sprint or run through a portal. Um, it
Uh,
seems as though the instructions you gave the Grand Duke were followed.
um, as there's like a line, Jeremina wants to look out for the young girl they rescued from the building.
Sure thing. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. That's going to be a 9.
A 9. So, there are a lot of people here, and many of their positions have been sort of upset or uprooted. With enough time, if you are willing to invest it, you can eventually come upon her, and she is death gripping the hand of a hell rider, um, who is a hell rider that is clearly, I'll say, support staff. Um, she's wearing sort of like a long hospital style gown. You can tell a healer of some kind.
Jeremina definitely took the time. And I think
I figured
she,
she would.
after she didn't immediately see the kid, she would have turned to the others and be like, I'm gonna go find her. She doesn't
Okay.
elaborate who, but she goes. And I
Mhm.
Yeah.
think,
Jeremy doesn't have to.
The child
um,
name is Shora, in case you wanted to remember.
thank you. Um, Jeremina will face off against the healer and present the healer with um, letters. I think like 4, and then I think she presents the healer with, I don't have my inventory pulled up in front of me, um, but she hands the healer a whistle shaped like a hummingbird,
Mhm.
and she says, "Okay, so um, I want you to go, and I want you to find Silkes Osmond, and you're going to present him with those letters and that whistle so he knows it's me. and the letter has instructions for Shora um, on taking care of her. Set aside I want to make sure she's taken care of. And then she'll pat around and deposit a coin pouch that is definitely like very poorly stitched, and she had taken off of a cultist's body, but I think there's like a heft to it. And she'll say, "And there's money. I don't really care what you do with it. I would like it if it went to Shora, but you can just keep it for yourself. You can give it to Silkaz. Doesn't bother me."
This healer looks very overwhelmed, confused almost, and will say, fiddling with all of the things in her hand. Okay, sure. Where could I find this Silkis person?
Silkaz is a very beautiful, ethereal 6-foot drow with long, like moonlight hair.
That doesn't answer my question.
I don't know where you can find him. I'm not his keeper. I don't know what he's doing. Just go and find Silkaz Osmond. It can't be that hard.
Not gonna be that hard.
Okay, I will do my best.
He's got to be around my son. So, but that's either way. I'm taking care of you and Shora. Have fun in the portal, going back, doing great work. Love healers, fantastic work. Jeremina leaves.
Bye, Jeremina.
Bye, Shora, baby. I love you.
Okay.
While I guess we're still waiting for things for the setup, Olin's gonna look at Savan. Did we want to talk and ask about the 8 towers?
Oh yes, we're gonna have to go interrupt him. Might as well go now.
I would say I would assume so.
Marty, you're gonna be able to set up. Are you good?
Yeah. Well, I can handle this. No worries.
Alright,
And Marty
cool.
will keep on doing that.
Cool.
Olin and Siobhan are gonna go find Older once more, which he's not hard to find.
He most certainly is not, especially in this context.
Older.
Yes.
Sir, I was wondering if you knew something about a place called the Tower of Eight.
I can't say that it rings a bell.
Oh, actually, you know who I could thank you, sir. Seltern, where's Seltern? Where's Seltern?
Seltern is sort of milling about and is doing seems to be doing their best to like calm those individuals that are having a crisis about this packing thing that Older is having them do. So he's pretty easy to find as well. Maybe a little bit more searching involved than Older, who's utilizing his booming voice to give commands and sort of exist in this space to get people in order. But you can eventually find Seltern, and he's sort of tapping the shoulder of someone who's packing their family things and will
There.
yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. And you all walk up, and they turn and look at you.
Seltern,
Yes.
I've got a question for you if you have the moment.
Sure. Plenty of time.
Have you ever heard of a place or a concept called the Tower of Eight?
I can't say that I have. What's the context?
We had asked the High Riders if there was a place to go to be able to restore memories because my friend Olin here and our friend Lulu
Hi.
just floating behind us in the background.
Just like across the background.
are woefully missing several parts. And upon asking, we were told that we would want to seek out the Tower of Eight.
Well, you hadn't mentioned this before.
Well,
Given that.
it did just happen like 10 minutes ago, to be fair.
Oh, well.
Did Jeremina give the paper back, by the way?
No, but I feel like to keep the scene going, Jeremina like flies over, gets caught in the doorway, and is like, Olin, your paper. I got your paper.
Olin will walk over. Thank you, Jeremina.
Wait,
Okay.
were you talking about them not having memory or the Tower of Eight?
Not having memory. I mean, given that, knock on wood, and to which they'll go to their side and like their spellcasting focus. Um, given that I hopefully by the end of today won't need to only cast Goodberry every day.
Oh no, fish!
Maybe we should go. Oh nope. I could try a restoration spell, to restore your friend's memory.
Olin?
I don't think it would hurt. I would assume Jacques probably didn't do this because he was so intent on just being happy he got Olin.
Yeah.
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Jacques is a himbo.
It's true.
He was happy on one success. That was it.
Yeah. So Seltern will sort of rub his hands together, and you will see magic get laced between them. And he extends his hand, and the show of magic is impressive for those who are versed in magic, or more specifically versed in nature magic. There is a lot of skill on display here, and he will cast the spell at Olin by tapping him on the shoulder after extending his hand, and Olin, there is no effect.
Fuck. God damn it, Jason, you piece of shit! Nope, I don't remember anything.
Nothing new, like...
No.
Sorry about that, Seltern.
No, that's quite all right. I'm looking forward to literally touching grass. I do want nothing more than to touch grass.
You fucking nerd.
Local druid desperate to go outside and touch
touch
grass.
Yes. However, as Jeremina floats by and hands off the piece of paper, and he casts the spell and gets a bit of a view of it, he'll look at it and say, some interesting iconography there.
It was from my memory, and I'm not good at drawing.
Somebody roll me a d20.
Dibs.
Okay. Roll the right number, please.
That's funny, baby. Come on.
8.
Fuck.
8. He sort of rubs
8 for the Tower of 8. Let's go.
That's true.
He sort of rubs the bridge of his nose and considers, and will sort of tap his finger on one of the images featuring a hand, and will say, I don't know why, but that seems so familiar.
Olin will offer the paper to him. Let him, look at it from his own point of view.
I will go ahead and now that they have a plain view of it,
Mm-hmm.
I will give you all advantage. Olin, you've just given them advantage.
Can
Somebody else can roll a
I
d20.
just one roll, or is it 2 dice?
One roll. This is your
One roll.
second roll on the same check.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna do it. All right.
Come on, Olin.
Big money, no win.
Woo! 18.
Nice.
18.
That's not bad.
As the paper gets flattened out and he comes to rest his hand on the spell he had originally pointed at and sort of tap his head and say, I've seen this iconography. It's next to a spell popular with bards and wizards. Generates a large, medium-sized
Oh, Jesus
arcane hand.
Christ. Okay.
It's Big B's hand.
Big B's hand.
And they'll fold it and extend it back to you. A fairly clean fold, but the wrinkles are still there.
He'll take it. Okay, but I appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you for your time, Seltern.
Not a problem. If
I do hope you are able to go touch grass.
Thank you. I'm quite looking forward to it. At which point, Marty, I would like you to make an Arcana check. And I would like you to, or actually, scratch that. You can make a Arcana or sleight of hand check. And I will say you have advantage because you all went through the trouble of stabilizing the device.
Nice.
Damn it. It's like, okay, I'm done coughing. One more cough. Fuck. Okay, anyways. I'll go ahead and do Arcana. Because I have a +7 in that, not a +1.
Good idea.
Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, Joan Dice, do well. That's a 4. Come on.
That's not great.
That's a fucking 6 +7. 13.
13. So you work on following the very regimented instructions that you were provided by Explodimus. You were given a pretty detailed list of what you needed to do, with the addition of the stabilizing device that you all put on the locator. It takes some time, but you think you have it aligned.
Okay. I think this is okay based on I did this, I did this, I did this. Okay, everything looks right. Okay. Okay. Don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Please don't fuck this up. Can she turn it on?
She can.
Marty will turn it on.
Okay. It whirs to life. Okay, there we go. It whirs to life. The rings swinging about wildly as it attempts to get its coordinates in the greater systems of the planes. I need someone to roll me a D100.
Oh boy.
Do it.
Come on, Mars. Roll well.
That's a 4.
Like
Oh.
a
You
4
rolled a double
4.
0 and a 4?
Yes.
Wow.
Woof.
I really hope that's good for us.
Okay. With that, I need someone else to roll me a D100.
Me.
All right.
I am just as baffled as you are.
49.
Nice.
I really hope this wasn't like a soulmate check.
All right.
For real.
So, minutes go by. 30 minutes go by. 45 minutes go by. And then eventually, appearing in the sort of central chamber alongside the beacon is a small raccoon-like man who
How old are you?
is very wet, and he will say, "Listen, I don't know what happened. I ended up in some water plane. It wasn't quite right. It wasn't quite right. And I think they were flesh eating because listen, look at this." And we'll go ahead and point out several wounds on his body. And then he's like, then I jumped again, and I was like down the street. Some guy tried to sell me what I think is a fake watch, but I got here. I got here. Oh my
Marty
god!
is like picking him up and like just giving him a hug like a
Oh
cat.
my god! What? Oh god! Oh wow! There's a lot of people here. I am still aloft.
Sorry. It's just very good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you
How's
all.
Lucas? Is he alive?
Yeah. We sent him up to like some like mining town recently to do a thing.
He what?
Yeah. Doing like some investigative work,
Is he still like in the region?
Within there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, there's a lot more we gotta grab too.
Oh boy. Okay. Right.
Do you want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, this would be an excellent place for us to take a break. I'm here. We've gotten to this point, and surely it will devolve from here. So why don't we just, take
Take a moment to
breather.
recoup.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. We will be right back.
No, hey everybody. We cut to break. Kind of. Oh shit! You all are still here.
Who are you
Hi,
talking to?
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I was looking off in this direction. But now I'm back. It's fine.
did he
Um,
do this often when you guys were out in Candlekeep?
Not no.
No, this is new.
yeah, no, I think this is gonna be a new reoccurring bit. So like, don't worry about it.
It's a bit.
We'll talk about it
Did
later.
he bite someone?
Oh fuck! Does he have
Oh,
rabies?
hey, that's kind of racist. Let's be. Come on.
Raccoons can't get rabies.
No, you're
Possums
talking
can't
about
get
possums.
rabies.
I
Yeah,
could
possums can't
definitely
get
get.
rabies.
I could definitely get rabies. Okay, come on.
You can get rabies.
He can get rabies. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely get rabies, but also I'm an arch wizard. What are we doing here? And look at all of these
So
people.
if an animal, if you turn into an animal, what if the animal that you turn, wait. So what if you turn into a cow and you're a
I
normal cow, but then you're around a cow that's got the cow
Mad cow disease.
Can you get mad cow disease when you shapeshift into another cow?
I
yeah
mean,
yeah
mad cow. The issue with mad
What
cow
is
disease is
going
that they start
on?
moving over into humans. So I think that's sort of like a null and void question.
yeah, but like, why would a wizard change into a cow? They lack the fingers. You know what I'm saying?
How beautiful!
So you mean they lactose?
Yeah, they lactose intolerant. You know, I get it. I got the joke. Who are you?
This
Oh,
is
hi, I'm
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
She's helping us out.
Oh, great, cool. Yeah, a whole cast of characters here.
I got wings.
Haven't you always?
No, but she can actually fly now.
Oh well, that's concerning. Are we doing this thing? I see we got people in lines. What are we just planning on like charging the portal? Is that the goal, generally speaking?
Yes.
All right, yeah, we can do that.
Traxagor.
Yeah.
There's more people on the other side of Elturel. Do you know if there's any way to get them here?
Is there a place where I can see where they're at from here?
Yes, from the big old tower.
You want
You
to
can
go?
see that from all the parts of Velturel.
Actually,
So
no. Yeah, Mina
theoretically,
can
then you'll
hear
be able to
you.
see.
You're what? About 5 times?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
whoa. I am like 7 pounds. Excuse you.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to imply that you were malnourished.
He'll adjust his wizard hat. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Ugh. Okay. At which point, Duke Older Ravengard will step up and will say, "We're ready to go through the portal, but do keep in mind that everyone's souls here are damned." And Traxler will be like, yeah. We know. We just got to keep them from like actually physically dying, dude. Get it together. And Duke Older Ravengard would be like, the Wizards of
Sweat.
Candlekeep are strange, but
Duke Older Ravengard's 6 foot whatever,
oh yeah,
he
is a huge dude. He's
looking down at tiny raccoon Traxagor.
Yeah, and Traxler was like, yeah, whatever, man. All right. So you've got your people in lines, right? We could just like, we just crash it, do the thing, and then we'll go over and figure out whatever the other side is. Is there anything else you guys need to tell me before we get into this?
We think we know a way to nullify the thing.
the thing?
The thing that's damaged.
Zariel's deal.
Yeah.
That thing.
Oh, the whole like, oh, they're so sexual. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh. Do you know about a Tower of 8?
Give me 2 seconds. And you see his little raccoon hands go and manipulate some things from his component pouch, and eventually casts a spell, and the magic coalesces in front of him, and you see what is essentially kind of a cone, and it just points straight down.
That's the floor.
I
What's
think it
that?
means the thing that's through the floor.
No, I'm not. Well, the thing is, you said Tower of Eight. I'm not particularly familiar, so I said, "Oh, well, what if I just, cast a spell?" And be like, "Oh, well, let's find the path so the way that they can find the answer to the Tower of Eight." And apparently, straight down. That's what I've got.
Well, we are floating above Avernus, and so I suppose that means that the Tower of Eight is located on the ground of Avernus.
Give me 2 seconds. I got a couple slots left.
Please maintain
Didn't you
some
save
thought
those
get people off of those.
to get
No,
the people
no.
on?
No. That's just my knife. We're good. Let's see. Boom. Disappears.
Oh fuck! I think I fucked up. I'm so sorry, guys.
This
I'm so
motherfucker is an archmage who just gives 0 fucks and just is like, let's see what happens.
Mentally ill
Yeah.
about Jaxagor.
back. Guys, what are we going to do if he doesn't come back? Where did the little raccoon go? Where did the little Oh my god.
Didn't he say he'd be right back?
Okay, but we don't know that.
I'm pretty sure that.
The raccoon.
Marty is counting to 10 in her head.
Before she loses her shit.
Mhm.
He's got a bunch of civilians to save. He didn't bring anybody else, so you would kind of hope that he would come back.
This is an archmage we're talking about. They have no idea what anything is about ever.
Olin's just relaxing and looking around.
He turned himself into a raccoon. You think he's got sense?
Didn't he do it so he could live in his home?
Also, nobody ever really expects a raccoon.
Or the Spanish Inquisition.
Or what the? Who are the Spanish?
It's a
The
joke.
Aluskan Inquisition.
There you
The
go.
Luskan Inquisition.
We don't like to talk about the Luskan Inquisition.
Oh, Jermina.
1,000-yard stare.
We don't talk about that.
Older Seltern, Older, start getting people, the women and children into line to get into the portal. What?
That's for boats, not portals.
That's
I-
only if you let it be.
I mean, the
La-
city is floating. What is it not but a boat?
I don't think it
It's like an
matters that
airship.
much.
That was real.
Boom! Hero's landing. Raccoon
Oh
in the
my
middle.
Jesus Christ!
He's back. He's back.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
We go about me going on about Spain and how that's not a place. We hear going on talking about Jesus Christ like that's the person.
All right.
Petting his head.
Well, hey, that's rude. You don't do that. Because the man's got a freaking furry, friend-shaped head doesn't mean you get to. My goodness. So, Tower of Eight, directly below us, in a courtyard of what seems to be an old fortress of some kind, if I had to guess. A big old cracked stained glass window. I don't know. I didn't go knocking. My hands don't really have that much force behind them. Um,
In an
Yeah.
abandoned courtyard in a fortress?
yeah.
They're like directly below us.
Not directly. It's really more of like a 13-degree angle, but yeah, pretty much right below.
Oh,
Well, if are we leaving with everybody?
so that's a really great question that I am. So I'm staying.
I'm staying.
What for? I mean, if everyone gets out, like,
Rhea will add, I am staying as well.
If there is a chance to save everyone, as much as I would like to see my family again, it would be in my personal best interest to make sure that everybody, including myself, are free.
well, yeah,
This
but
is
the people that are going to make the plans to do that are on the surface, right?
no, these we heard from we heard yesterday the solution to unbinding the souls from Avernus is here in Avernus.
Hmm.
So I'll stay until either I die or those souls are unbound.
Also, Traxagor's end of the deal is just to get people out. It's not necessarily that he's sending in the cavalry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have the resources for that after the whole death curse thing. So no.
And I mean, there's. I just feel like there's not a lot of places that deserve me. The prime material plane definitely doesn't. Hell, sure does. Um,
That's a
so
funny
I
way of saying you've got some apparent unfinished business down here.
no, not really. I don't it's not really unfinished business. It's more like business I'm about to start and then finish, much to the chagrin of everybody here.
Hmm.
Chagrin.
Chagrin.
Sugar. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no. Chagrin's my Goliath friend back on the back on the prime material.
Hmm.
Well, Olin,
What about
Marty,
you, Marty? You're free to go.
yeah.
No, you guys made good points.
Well, they're our points. What would make you want to stay?
Because I don't know how you guys are gonna get back unless you use this thing, and I'm the only one that knows how to use it. So if y'all are gonna stay here until you can fix the problem, I gotta be here with you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Olin,
Hmm.
Are you
uh,
staying?
you going to stand?
I made the promise to Jeremino.
All right. I'm sorry that I'm dragging you into hell.
I thought I walked
Oh, he gets
through
an
on my own.
apology.
What
Ellen
was
will
that?
look. Ellen will dead stare, look at Jeremina, and go, "I thought I walked through by myself."
Oh damn.
Um, I think she will stand up on her toes and like mash their foreheads together and then drop down. And she'll say, "All right, well, that conversation was not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. Sounds like we all got good reasons. You written a letter to your mama, Mark?
Me.
You written a letter to your loved ones, Siobhan?
Yeah, sure.
Uh,
I basically already did. I don't want to be down here for who knows how long, so.
Siobhan, like, goes through, she's got, like, a little pack on her side and takes out a letter. Um, it's addressed to the outskirts of El Terrell, because that's where
well,
I
just
live.
I guess just pass it. So there's this lady in a hospital robe with a small with Shora. Just go find
Sure, yeah.
her.
Alright, if I see her before she leaves, I'll give it to her. Alright, go ahead, Traxagor.
Go for it.
At which point Traxagor touches his little freaking raccoon hands together. Boom! And a rift in the plains opens behind him, and he stands there in all of his being a small raccoon man, um, holding magical energy between his hands, and says, "All right, send them through. As quick as you can."
Go, get, get.
Go, go, go.
And you see the lines that older Ravengard had organized begin to pour through the rift in the plains. And just beyond it, for those who take a moment to look, you see the Court of Air, the large courtyard on the outskirts of Candlekeep that you all became familiar with over your time with sort of bringing this very problem to the mages and learned individuals of Elturel. And after the last individual is through, you see older Ravengard standing there at the
Yes.
precipice of the break in the plains,
I'm about to drop kick him.
and he
Gonna say-
looks at all of you and says, "Good luck," and we'll step through. And Traxagor will say, "Oh, oh boy." And as you look at Traxagor, like it looks as though he's been like rubbed with static shock. Like he's very poofy.
Sorry, forgot to mute.
Yeah. Okay. You said we had another one of these to do?
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah,
other
we
side of the
do,
bridge.
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But there's not as
Sorry.
many people. Probably about 30, if I had to say.
Listen, gang, I'm gonna be honest.
This Siobhan just like smacks Jermina's hand back.
I don't know if I got the juice. Because I had to go down and check out the tower.
See?
That's what we were
So-
telling
This is what I was
you.
talking about.
Oh my god.
So we might need to like take a minute. Find a spot. I gotta recharge. I'll stay here. I don't give a shit. It doesn't seem that oppressive. All things considered, at least to me. I mean, at me.
Right.
Alright.
Do you know a good place to rest or
Well,
something?
there's the crypt, there's the actually
Right around us.
that too, but if we wanted to be somewhere that was more enclosed, just in case, the crypt,
Well,
Alder's office.
if you're willing to wait a little bit to rest, we should probably get over there first.
"Oh yeah, and pack that shit up." And he'll immediately point at the location beacon.
Yeah, that was the next thing I was about to do, and Marty will start like turning it off and all that.
Oh god.
He checks the door.
Yeah,
You know how you're tired?
yeah.
Can I carry you?
Fine.
Hold on. Lulu!
Yeah,
Voice echoes. Okay. Good, you're still here.
always. I'm just
You
always
Lulu.
just right behind the nearest pillar.
Lulu, I love you. Lulu, did you know I had a dream about you?
Really?
Yeah.
What
When?
about?
When I have dreams, mind your business.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
you were getting fixed up. You were all hurt, and it was so cute.
Oh,
And you were
I
like,
don't know if I've ever been hurt before.
That's so deep. I hope you're never hurt, Lulu.
I think everybody hopes that for themselves and their loved ones. Am I your loved one?
Yeah, Lulu.
Okay.
Traxagor in Jermina's arms as she's just like,
Traxagor's like, the fuck is this elephant thing? What are we doing?
this is Lulu! You gave her to us!
No, I know. I thought I would
Wait, I
be
don't
free of
technically
her.
have that knowledge. Shit.
I love little Lulu. I'm so terrified of her because she's so small, and the wings shouldn't work, and then my wings shouldn't work, but then they started working. We have so much in common. I'm literally Lulu.
Yes, no, let's go, let's walk.
As you all resolve this conversation, you all hear a deafening thump. As it sounds as though something has struck the outside gates.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go now.
Yeah, we like
Yeah.
have to. Let's go.
Okay, where we go? Where we go?
We
It's super sad. Somewhere.
Yeah.
How heavy is Traxagor? 7 pounds?
I mean, okay, 7 pounds. I might have said that, but maybe it's more like 4 or 5.
Oh, that's great. No, that's perfect. All right, she's sizing him up.
Yeah, wow.
I gotta figure out if I have to leave stuff behind in my pack.
You can carry him if necessary.
At this point, there is crashing and breaking sounds coming from the
You know what?
courtyard.
Marty
we can
is
have-
taking the like putting the thing back in the bag of holding and clapping it up. And
Siobhan is scooping up Traxagor.
I've got him.
Whoa! God, I'm popular.
And at which point the doors of the citadel crash open. It's as though, due to the absence of guards, due to the absence of just people in general, you see a legion of spined devils staring down the open space inside of the Great Hall of Elturel. At which point, Traxagor will say,
Okay, I'm popular. Everybody grab me. Everybody grab me.
Olin grabs on a foot.
yeah. Marty like gets his tail.
okay,
Siobhan has the other hand.
He's
His
like,
other little raccoon hand.
everybody grabs a piece of this small, tiny raccoon man, and he claps his hands together, and you all wink out of existence and feel a instant heat uprising from your feet.
He went
You
to
are
the
on the
ground.
you are on the surface of Elturel.
Wait, Elturel or Avernus?
Avernus. Thank you. They sound they both start with
Why?
vowels. And before you, you see a great brass tower rising from the
oh,
surface of Avernus, and it is encircled by a crumbling set of walls. And behind you, you see a sort of fortress built into the wall of a great, of sort of a great mesa. And Traxor will say,
Okay. Everybody can let go now.
Never held a raccoon hand before.
It's a
not
very
feeling
popular
it.
thing, believe it or not.
Why couldn't you take us to the other side of Elturel? There's people.
He didn't know. He hadn't been outside. He didn't know that there was another side.
if he
to
had been,
Elturel.
he
How could
wouldn't
care?
have done the street.
No,
He said
no.
himself.
Here's the thing. We drew a bunch of attention to High Hall. We have some time. I can't bring those people back. I don't have the slots for it. I need to take a fucking sleep. So here we are
if I skipped over there, they would have to defend themselves otherwise.
All right.
Let's find a way inside this. A spot to rest or a way inside that.
In which direction are you pointing, Siobhan?
To the. You said there was a great brass tower.
Yep, great brass tower with the and upon it you see the broken stained glass. To those who have seen Olin's drawing, it would seem quite familiar. On the
That's what she's
opposite,
pointing at.
all right, fair enough.
Hey, Olin, why don't you take the lead here?
You realize I don't know what's in here, right?
Gee, Olin, wow, if only I thought that the guy who lost his memory. Yes, Olin, of course I fucking know that you don't know what's inside the tower. None of us do. But do you know what's great about that? Is that you're the one who's been having dreams about the tower. So perhaps I feel like you were supposed to divinely into it.
Okay. Olin will pull his daggers and head for the gate.
Okay, fair enough. The tower before you is very clean. It is brass. It goes up and has sort of two like little sort of breaks off of it. Think very like Eye of Sauron, like sort of little swoops off the side. And then just at the sort of nexus of where those little swoops are, you see a stained glass window that would be very familiar to you, given your experiences with it in your dreams. It is cracked and broken. But in a sense, the cracks and breaks to it seem to be localized to certain spheres of the image that you've seen in your dreams.
Okay. He'll slowly make his way to the gate and try to push it open.
Okay. You come upon the door. The door itself is plain. It's clean. There is no knob, and no sort of peephole or other means of detecting who is on the other side of the door. It is just a door, apparently.
Okay. He'll kind of turn his body a little bit just in case if something's like right on the inside, and use his shoulder to open up the door.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh fuck my life.
Athletics if you have proficiency.
No, I don't. That's a 2.
Okay. You lean against it, and there's a very slight groan to the door. It clearly opens, but not to your advances.
Jedamila, can you help with the door? It seems to be heavy.
Oh, Olin, can I get that little door for you? It cause any trouble?
Oh my god, are you really?
She enjoys this stuff. That's
Olin,
It's about the theatrics with her is something I realized in the
Oh, great.
24 hours I've known
Great.
her.
see how strong I am.
very strong.
You're so strong.
I open
Is this what we gotta do? Yeah, so strong. Do it. Go.
suck my dick.
Is that an invitation? What are we doing?
I think in the middle of all that, Jeremy to push the door.
The door open.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a athletics check or a strength check if you don't have.
Someone roll me a d20.
I'm not rolling again.
Yes, man. 13.
All right, that will be an 18.
Okay, so you lean on the door and or smash into it, your choice. So, as you smash into it, It groans heavily, but this time, maybe, perhaps, the door registers your strike as a knock. And you hear a boom, 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 boom.
Oh my
A
fucking god.
echoing bell throughout the tower that sort of vibrates and shakes. And there is a brief period of time where not much happens. And you sort of step off back from the door, and eventually it cracks and opens. And on the opposite side of it is a individual, a man, wearing a robe with a small mustache and a little goatee, bald head, and he looks past you, Jeremina, at Olin, and will say, Olin, no, and will rush forward and embrace Olin in a hug.
Hold on. Before you say anything else, hold on. Okay. How are we gonna do this? Is pot plus 10 above 10 he doesn't punch him in the face?
It's up to you. It's up to you.
I don't know.
I would
Punch him
I
in
would
the-
say DC 12.
No, I fully think Olin should punch him in the face, right? Because
Or like clothesline him.
guy.
Well, so here's the pros and cons.
He doesn't know
So
shit about this
here's the
guy.
pros and cons. He knows this tower belongs to him somehow because it's in his dreams. He heard someone's voice before, which I don't think he'll recognize right now. But the opposite is this dude just bum rushed Olin and tried to put his arms around him.
Also had to
Clothesline
push
him.
past Jeremina to do it.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is like physically in our space. I think Olin should do it. I think there's a really funny precedence to set about Olin. He doesn't like being touched. You know, like, I think it's a really fun way to start this whole thing is for Olin to punch him in the face.
Okay.
Do
Punch
it.
this old
Do it.
man
Do it.
in
Do
the
it.
face.
Punch the man.
Instead
Punch
of
the old
okay,
man.
instead of punching, Olin's going to see him go for like the arm. Is he doing the arms open run?
It's really more tight like this. Like if you had to guess, intimately familiar or very friendly
So
with you.
so like this kind of.
yeah, it's very
Same
tight.
thought,
Where,
same
oh,
thought.
where so
Same thought,
he's
bitch.
minimizing his motion. It's not like a my god. It's a oh my god.
So Olin is going
Olin
to
does
Olin's going to duck under it, spin around, kick him in the back of the knees, and put a blade to the back of his neck.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. I will say.
I will roll what I need to.
Yeah, contested. Athletics or acrobatics.
Let's give me
your
that
choice.
+7. Give me the +7.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
30-20? Okay, let me roll. Alright. Ooh. I love this. So as he goes in for that hug to embrace you, you begin executing that maneuver and you begin to succeed. And as you succeed, you see this individual sort of twist and cut their feet and cut you off and sort of meet you halfway. You guys tied.
Shit.
So is he like this right now?
Yeah. And he's like, my friend.
I would say Olin's
It's okay.
blade is like this in his palm, like sticking out. Like his hand is in Olin is like this right now with Olin's blade. I think that's a perfect way to tie.
Oh yeah, and he'll say, "It's friend. It's okay. Are you okay?" You do not recognize this.
Yeah, Olin's face is not one of recognition. He's very stoic. I don't know you.
You'll see his face sink. He'll get very sad. So it happened to you too.
Oh shit.
And that's where we'll leave it.
Ah!
Oh, this is gonna be crazy.
I thought this was going to happen next episode, but here we are.
Yeah.
Olin tried to 2v1 Strahd?
Strahd, Mordenkainen. Foam of toes.
The foam of toes.
Do you think Mordenkainen and Owen have reflection?
All right. Before we get
That's
into
where
it,
we're going to leave it, guys.
before we get into
Why
it,
are we intimately familiar?
but,
Familiar.
You could have said that any worse.
before we get into it, thank you for everybody coming tonight. We love you all. It's been 3 weeks. Fish has moved, so Fish is back. We'll be doing this more again. Thank you, Toby, for doing 6 months of tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much.
thank
We love
you.
you. Casey, thank you for subscribing for the first month tonight. I appreciate you, hun.
Hey.
Make sure you guys like and follow the stream if you guys want to keep watching, and also the Discord links in the bottom. You guys have a good night. Bye.
I
Mwah.
Bye.